So Mini X30 will be going, and again, chin wags happening as everyone, I suspect, looking out of the dummy grid area, aren't they?
Yeah, we just need a walk through here, don't we? We need to see what tyres people are on. So we're slicks at the front. I suspect if they've got, I wonder if anyone at the back has gambled and gone for the wet tyres. At the front, we're all on slick tyres. Hello, Crop Promotions team. Yeah, hi,
Mr. Stilp there.
Yeah. So slick tyres there as well. If we're going to see anyone go for the wets, it's going to be at the back of the field.
Yeah, no, exactly that. But I mean, it's definitely a risky call to make because the rain is on and off. But at the moment, the track is more dry than it is wet, albeit at this time. So, God, you see someone drag a nose like that, you just think, oh.
That's how Sam Grogan does it.
Yeah.
Nope, there's slicks there as well. I mean, if you're at the back, why not? Why not chuck some wets on and see if the rain comes down when you get out there?
The rain is still coming down, and now,
yes,
the weather app is now saying only 2 minutes until a big.
Well, that weather app's been useless.
That weather app has been useless, I have to say, because it said an hour ago. Well, 10 minutes ago. It said an hour, about 30 seconds before it hammered it down. So yeah, there we go. We don't trust the app. The disembodied voice in our heads.
We don't trust ourselves.
We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust anything.
Yeah. This is, I don't trust myself either to commentate. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
This is race number 15. After this, we're going to have Miami Cadets. Then we'll have Junior Rotax, Senior Rotax, Junior X30, Senior X30. Oh, hello. There we have a grid, which might be different. Let's have a look at it, shall we?
It is an updated one. This is 11.1.
Good spot. Document 11.1.
Yeah.
There you go, sir. There's your grid.
There we go. So this is an updated grid. Let's have a look at it then. Macaulay Bishop starting on pole position with Hassi Messaoud alongside Leo Robinson and Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans starting on row number 2. Let's hope they have a better start this time around, should we? Ian Spanswick and Taylor Orridge on row number 3 with Jack Hobson and Wesley Swain on row 4. Fred Green and Thomas Behrman on row number 5. Tommy Harfield and Cameron Pratt-Thompson round out row number 6. Jack Cunningham and Finn Leslie on row 7 with Joey Brown and Lewis Bird on row number 8. Freddie Lloyd and Charlie Morris-Jones on row 9 with Jack Moat and Isaac Phelps rounding out the top 20. Marley Parejo and Connor Grant on row 11 with Mason Rudman and Brandon Truman on row 12. Miles Turnbull, Harry Redding on 13 and Harrison Crowther rounding out the grid on row number 14 in the 76 Coles Racing Kart.
Now, if you missed the earlier heats,
oh yes,
it was pretty eventful.
It was.
From that man there, he went from first to last to first.
Yes, he did.
All in the space of about 8 minutes.
And if you're wondering how he did that, the first to last to first, it was because at the beginning they were starting first, and then false start after false start. False start after red flag.
It's raining, by the way, pretty heavy.
Yeah, the rain is coming down quite a lot.
Continue.
Yeah, after a red flag, after telling off one Ronaldo Ledgewood, and then getting pushed to the back of the grid. Now, Macaulay Bishop went to the back of the grid. Now, Hardy Massey, I'm not sure what happened to Hardy. Didn't start the race, so the kart was pulled off to the side, and he retired before it started. So, not sure what the deal with that it was. So, yeah, hopefully this time around we get a green flag start, first time, and we don't get a repeat.
But he made, what was it? I think it was about 24 places in 9 laps.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I've got a phone call. I've got someone taking a picture of me. It happens all the time. Hello.
Never a good thing, that.
No. Right, it's wet, and I think we're all on slicks.
Yes, I think we are on slicks again. Yeah. Yeah. And now it's the minis.
What did we say?
What did you say earlier? Yeah.
If it was the minis, I'd be terrified.
Yeah. Are you terrified?
I'm terrified.
You're terrified. There we go. I'm not. I have full faith in the Mini X30 grid that they will have a good start.
Well, they've just seen the seniors do it, haven't they? Yeah. So they would have been able to take some tips from that, and it's something that at some stage they would have come across before. So they're going to have to call upon previous experiences around here at PF. A lot of drivers, what you'll find they will do, if they're here on a practice day and it rains and they're on slicks, stay out.
Yeah.
Just go around on the slicks just to get used to it, because you never know when you're going to find yourself in that situation. And anyone with that experience won't be feeling as nervous as the person next to them who hasn't got the experience. But anyway, we are going to have Mini X30. It is Bishop, Massey, Robinson, Yarman, Spanswick, Orridge. Then we'll have Hobson, Swain, Green and Behrman. That's going to be the grid. 8 minutes plus a lap ahead of us. I think we may see them round one more time here.
I suspect you're probably right, yeah, because that grid's very separated. So, yes, again, furiously quick steering checks happening all the way throughout the field. So, keeping a close eye on them as they go up. And comments coming in left, right, and centre. Again, more people going, this will be fun. But yeah, I think that's a very good way of stating it. This will be fun, won't it? Seeing several karts on slick tyres trying to gamble their way around PFI, which is slippery enough in other conditions, let alone with slightly greasy conditions out there as well. But let's hope this time around it's a green flag start, because like we had last time around, we don't want several false starts and then what we saw last time. Let's hope.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
So Macaulay Bishop won earlier from Leo Robinson, from Taylor Orridge, from Jack Hobson. Then it was Spanswick, Swain, Thompson, Yalmans, Morrison, Jones, and Finn. Harrison Crowther could be one to watch. Keep an eye on that. Hadi Mamassi needs a good result after a disaster earlier. Bird and Turnbull were disqualified, so they both need good recovery results in this.
Well, is it green flag this time around? It is indeed, yeah, into the braking zone. And again, Mamassi tried to defend there, but Bishop goes and Mamassi straight off the circuit rejoins in the middle of the pack, albeit now down into P4. And has now got a train behind him. A couple more karts went off, but again, everyone back onto the track. As again, I suspect that was a little bit colder and a little bit more slick than they were expecting.
Down the hill we go, and we can see the number 86 there of Yalmans just trying to get up the order a little bit, just trying to attack for the lead. Orridge is looking good in third place as well. We've got a change for fifth there on screen coming into the second hairpin. I think that was Jack Hobson making a place, the MLC driver, as they come up to the chicane. Oh dear, that's the number 19 that's running off, and there we go, round she goes. So the number 19, unfortunate spin there. That one set off halfway down that straight from Jack Cunningham, unfortunately, who seemed to look an innocent victim in all of that, just pushed off on the outside of the circuit, led to a spin. A real shame for Jack, as he'd started halfway up the order, as we see the drivers now coming across the line to complete the first lap.
Yep, so relatively clean start then from Mini X30. Bishop leading the way then.
Spin on screen.
It's
there,
Hobson.
And drivers having to go either side, and thankfully we didn't see an incident worse than just a spin there.
Yeah, Hobson pulls off the track. I suspect that's to check his underwear after that one, because, yeah, he was in the middle of the track. But, yeah, luckily everyone avoided it. So 6.5 minutes to go then, like we were saying. Yeah, Bishop leading from Orridge at the moment as they go through. But that's a Fusion kart I see there. Is that Wesley Swain, who's gained several positions?
I saw Hadi Mamassi on the move. Wesley Swain was on the move earlier, wasn't he, as well? So here are the two teammates in second and third. So this is Orridge and Yalmans. The rain's still falling down, particularly that section of the circuit. Nick Bishop is leading the way. Yellow flags are out in towards turn number one, because Hobson is sadly out of this race. A real shame for Hobson. Also hitting problems, as we said, was Jack Cunningham, as they make their way across the start-finish line now in towards turn number one. 5.5 minutes plus a lap to go. Change on screen there. I think that might have been Mamassi making a move, as more places being gained over the Litchfield Bridge as we now make our way down towards hairpin number one. That's the fight for sixth place. There's a change for fifth. Here's the number 60 going in towards the braking zone of Finn Leslie. Oh dear, and contact there with the driver ahead. I think that might have been at the number 44 of Mamassi. So a bad day, going a little bit worse there for Mamassi, who started this one from the outside of row one.
Yep, so it's all going a little bit P-tong there. 5 minutes left, plus that one additional lap. You see there, Messaoud there in the background, 10th place at the moment as they go through. Here's a look a little further up, the number 2 of Robson there, you can see, with Cameron Pratt-Thompson, the 33, just in front as they go through into the final corner, back onto the start-finish line. Everyone tucking in, heads down, trying to get as much aerodynamic efficiency as they can out of that kart. As they go in towards turn 1, Bishop under pressure though from Orridge, the 66. As they go through, oh no, it's another, oh, now you see, I always have this. It's not McCarthy Bishop that I'm seeing there. It's someone else who looks exactly the same as him. He's got pretty much the same livery and everything like that. Bishop's all on his own at the front. He's absolutely fine. It's a little further back that we're seeing that.
You say that, but Orridge has gone fastest, hasn't he? And that means the gap is now only 0.8 of a second. It's coming down. It was 0.8 at the start of the lap. It's just over half a second. So Bishop was on his own, but I don't think it's going to stay that way much longer. He is being caught here. Here is the battle being led by Fred Green for 6th place with that's just behind that the number 33 of Cameron Thompson. Leo Robinson down in 8th, struggling a little bit in this one is the Vice British champion as they come up to the line. Freddie Lloyd is up 8 places into 9th. Good to see Freddie going well. Messaoud then next along. We have Harrison Crowther up 13. He went well earlier. There's a change on screen. One of the Fusion drivers, I think that was Leo Robinson, making a place going underneath the bridge. In fact, that was Swain going past Spanswick. But Turnbull is up 12 and Crowther is up 13.
Yep. Position changes there. Swain has got past Spanswick now, moves up into P4. Happened at the first hairpin, as again 3 wide there in the back of the field there. Everyone's slotting back into position. 3 minutes left, as you see there, the 43 of Miles Turnbull with Crowther and Harfield. That battle raging on. There is Leo Robinson just behind the 33 of Cameron Pratt-Thompson. Very distinctive helmet design he has there. He's got his initials on the helmet, which is very handy for spotting who it is. So there we go. If only all drivers did that.
We are getting closer for the lead slightly. It's under half a second now. And it was another new fastest lap from Taylor Orridge last time around. Also going personal, well, everyone, all top 4 went personal best. Warning for Turnbull. He has been busy in this race. He's gaining 10 places, but there's confirmation of Orridge new fastest lap for him. It's just a case of whether he can close the gap to McCarthy Bishop, and he's taken another 2/10 out the race leader on this lap. As thinking about defending there was the Coles driver, but was quickly told, you don't need to do that, I'm going to follow you, get on with it. As we see drivers now coming through hairpin 2. Just over 2 minutes plus a lap to go, and they've dealt with the conditions very well.
Oh, they dealt with it beautifully, haven't they? Haven't they just? There we go then. There is Leo Robinson, the number 2 place, 7th place at the moment. Keeping an eye, though, at the front because that gap is less than 0.4 of a second. They cross the line. Still stays the 0.4 of a second as the Zach Drummond looking on there at the side of the track.
Yeah, Ionic Cadet are next.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit raining, it's going to be very difficult for them because they have basically no grip.
No, they don't. Taylor Orridge, another fastest lap of the race. Lots of support on the stream for Taylor as well. Curtis Luke, come on Taylor, you can do this as well. More support as well. Lucas Racing, come on Taylor. So lots of support out there for Taylor Orridge in 2nd place. Whether or not he can make that work on track as well. The gap still 0.4 of a second. We look here at the battle for a little further down. That's the treble 3 piling on the pressure to Wesley Swain. This is the battle for 4th place. They've been working on this battle all the way through that race. The 33 there of Cameron Pratt-Thompson, who's actually behind that battle, currently in 6th place. The 33 wanting to close in on that time as well. 45 seconds left on the board, plus the 1 additional lap. Last lap board will be out this time around. The gap still 0.4 of a second between Bishop and Orridge. Orridge is there, but he is just waiting for that prime opportunity to get past. He's waiting for that 2 laps.
Yeah, perhaps, but Bishop just seems to have the legs on him in the final sector. The first 2, Orridge is quicker. And again, Orridge quicker than anyone through the first sector that time. So he's able to catch him there, but Bishop is doing something through the last sector that Orridge can't seem to match. And let's see if he can find a little bit more time. He's right with him now, up towards the chicane. A lap and a half to go. It's going to be between these two, you'd have to guess. Yalmanson in third place. Then we have Swain in fourth place doing well. Thompson doing well. Lloyd up 9 places. But for the win, it's going to be a 2-horse race. It's going to be Bishop or it's going to be Orridge. We're going to have 1 lap now to decide it. And Orridge is within striking distance. If he can get a good toe off the bridge, we may see a lunge down at hairpin number 1.
Yeah, we might do indeed. Under the bridge they go, up the banking, and again, that gap looks like it's been the closest it's been yet. Across the line, it was 0.3 of a second over the bridge, and down the hill they go. Another fastest lap for Taylor Orridge, 1 minute, .680. Not close enough for a lunge there, and Bishop knows he doesn't go defensive, he doesn't lose the time. Out of the hairpin 1, in towards hairpin 2, again copying it, not taking a defensive line. That could be a mistake as well, because if Orridge thinks I can just send it down the inside, he might do. No position gains there. There's only really 1 more opportunity to get it done, and it's into this section. Slightly defensive goes Bishop this time around, but again looking nice and tidy. No mistakes from either one of these two drivers. Bishop and Orridge been absolutely seamless all race. Out of the final corner, checker flag goes out. Bishop takes Heat 2 race win for Mini X30 across the line from Orridge, and Yeomans crosses in 3rd place. Spanswick crosses in 4th place with Swain there in 5th, up 3 positions, and it's Cameron Pratt-Thompson up 6 places to finish in 6th place. Leo Robinson in 7th place, and it's Freddie Lloyd in 8th place. Hardy Mamassi in 9th, as there's been a coming together there. 2 cuts, the 19 and the 35. That is Jack Cunningham and Isaac Phelps who have come together. So that is not the way they wanted to finish that race. Rest of the field slotted through. Harrison Krauser finishing 11th place. Biggest mover there, 16 positions for the 76 plate. Great run from him. Jack Mowat finishing 12th. Tommy Harfield finishing 13th place. Fred Green in 14th. Thomas Behrman in 15th place. Miles Turnbull in 16th place. Another big mover there, up 9 positions in the 43 plate. Charlie Morris Jones in 17th place. Brandon Truman in 18th. And it's Lewis Bird, Joey Brown, Connor Grant, and Harry Redding finishing in 3rd place. We lost Isaac Phelps, Jack Cunningham very late on in that race. Mason Rudman, Jack Hobson, and Marley Parejo out in that race.